Hey everybody, Rob here for Southwest Florida Television. Happy Friday, TGIF. I am back. We are going to take a little stroll up Vanderbilt Beach here. Hope Robert remembers he's wearing a microphone. Oh, beautiful sky. Look at that sky. Look at those clouds. Clear out here. You can see all the way up to Fort Myers Beach. Temperature in the mid-60s now. A little bit of a breeze coming out of the northeast. Water temperature 83. Our friend Robert over here checking things out. He's got his phone on here. If anybody has any questions while we're walking up the beach, send them, put them in the comments here, and Robert will share them with me and see if we can answer them. Let's take a little stroll up there.
Let's do it.
You got your phone?
I do.
If anybody has a question, go ahead and put it in the comments. If I can answer it, I will. Well, I got Robert here with me. I'm busy watching where I'm walking. Wish you're out here with me. Hit that share button. This is all the sand that they've taken out of the drop-off area here at Vanderbilt Beach Park.
Are you live?
Yep, we're live.
I'm not getting you if you're live.
We're live.
All right. Well.
That sky is beautiful. Beautiful clouds, those soft clouds. Robert's having some issues here getting on.
Are you on Southwest Florida Television?
I sure am.
All right. Well.
Remember, you're hot there with the microphone.
I won't say anything. I won't. Okay.
I love those clouds, those streaks. That. So if you're wondering what's going on here at Vanderbilt Beach Park, the beach is open. All of our beaches here in North Naples are open. It's the parking that is an issue. Delnor Wiggins Pass State Park, you can walk the beach. There's just no parking. You got to park off-site in the Connors Park parking lot. Vanderbilt Beach, the garage is open here. The bathrooms are closed. The shower's closed. There is a bathroom in the parking garage. I believe it's on the second floor. I think it's working. I don't know why they have the bathrooms closed. They were open after the storm, and they just closed them a few days ago here.
We have a question.
A question. Who is it from?
It's from, it looks like Koya Smith.
Okay.
If that's how you say the name, Coya. She asked, good morning, and what do you do with all that sand? Or what do they do with all that sand?
That is the million-dollar question. What are they going to do with this? Okay. I believe the county is going to sift this sand. This came off the road, so they're going to sift it, and then they're going to spread it back out on the beach. All of these condos up and down the beach, the homes along the beach, any sand that went up on the back of their property and on the sides of their buildings, they are allowed to take that and spread it back out on the beach. If it went beyond the sides of the buildings and the front along Gulf Shore Drive out there, they're considering that contaminated sand. That has to be all piled up by the street and hauled away. So all these piles of sand that you see on the beach, eventually they're going to spread them out. Some places might decide to clean it a little bit. But that's the plan so far. We're going to walk up the beach, and you're going to see a lot of piles of sand as we walk up the beach. Some of them are really big. My friend Robert over here, he's 6'6". I'm going to have him stand by a couple of sand piles that are just up to the north of us here to give you an idea how much sand is coming off of these properties.
Another question?
What Robert says, another question.
Beverly asked.
Beverly
Said, did you do a sunset walk last night? I couldn't find you.
I did not do a sunset walk last night, Beverly. I did an 11.5-mile morning walk, and that was enough walking for me. When I do a sunset walk, you just make sure you go on Southwest Florida Television's Facebook page periodically, and I will post when I'm going to do a sunset walk. I usually try to get that posted by around 3 o'clock-ish to let everybody know that I'll be doing that. So if you don't see a post, I'll let you know that I'm going to do that. I won't be doing it. Also, maybe tomorrow evening, we might do a sunset cruise with Captain Sandy. We haven't been out on the water in ages. So maybe a sunset cruise. I'm waiting to hear back from Captain Sandy. Which I'd love to see y'all on board with us on one of those cruises. We go out on normally Thursday evenings for our Southwest Florida Television Sunset Cruise. They're a lot of fun. Check out boatnaples.com. Boatnaples.com. I got a really good deal going right now through October 31st. You can save 25%. It's a pay now. Tour later. You have a year to take your tour, but you pay now. Things are really slow here with these storms, and it's just a way to generate a little money now. So if you want to take a cruise when you're down here this winter, now's a good time to pay for it. Save 25%. Anything else there, Robert?
Yes.
Another question?
We have another question. Looks like, I don't have my glasses on, looks like Alina asked, I read the red tide is getting closer. Is that true?
I don't see any red tide here, but there's red tide always out here lingering about. Right now, don't smell it, don't see it. Keeping our fingers crossed. When we have these storms, a lot of times the red tide does get pushed on shore here. Right now, we're in pretty good shape. So, no signs of red tide right now. But like I said, it is always out there offshore somewhere. That's the last thing we need right now. Actually, if that sun was up higher in the sky, the water is looking pretty darn nice out here this morning. There is debris. Again, I want to remind you that from the storm. There's rocks and shells out here in the water. So be careful. I mean, I'm barefoot. You know, if you want to be a little cautious and wear some shoes when you're walking. Feels good, doesn't it?
It's great.
It looks good.
I'm guessing 82.
80, 83, 82. 83 is what they're saying, but that's an average.
Yeah.
But it's not looking bad either.
No.
That sun was up. I want to go down here and show some people a couple of these big sand piles. I want you to stand by them, give them an idea how big they are.
I have another question.
Another question.
I apologize, Claudia Smith, if that's not how you pronounce your name, but
sorry.
Her question is, where does Boat Naples take off from?
Boat Naples leaves from the Cocohatchee River Marina in North Naples. It used to be the Wiggins Pass Marina many, many years ago. But Google Cocohatchee River Marina, and that's North Naples. And what we do for sunset, you can book a cruise, your own private cruise, go wherever you like. But our sunset cruises, We'll do a little backwater cruise in North Naples, show you some of the waterfront real estate. Then we'll go out Wiggins Pass, and which is at the north end of Del Nor Wiggins Pass State Park. If the weather allows, we'll go out into the Gulf and cruise along the beach and hang out in the Gulf for sunset. If not, we just kind of hang out in the mouth of Wiggins Pass for sunset. But those sunset cruises are fun. And the Thursday evening ones are something special. You're not going to find this on Boat Naples' website. It's something special they're doing for me and you, my friends here at Southwest Florida Television. Right now, it's $40 a person. It includes complimentary beer and wine, a slancha Irish whiskey sunset toast, but you have to call them. So visit boatnaples.com. Check out everything they have to offer. Take advantage of that 25% savings. That's going to end October 31st. That's not good for the sunset cruise. But check them out, boatnaples.com. So we're coming up to the Turtle Club. Anything else, Robert?
Not yet.
A little early here for my friend Paulo to be out here. I want to ask him why there are no lights on out here in the mornings. The whole place was dark. But like I said, they're anticipating on opening the restaurant on Monday. During the storm, I don't know if anybody was following me while I was doing some live feeds, but I was standing right up in there, over kind of between the seawall and that coconut palm over there, and the water was just crashing over this seawall, They did get a little water in the restaurant, nothing serious. Enough, though, that they got some dehumidifiers and things in there drying it out. But they tried out a new system. They put these they're like gigantic sandbags. Each one weighs almost 2 tons. And they just built a wall, and it made a huge difference. That's the least damage that they've had from any storm since they tried putting those big bags up. How are we doing, Robert?
We have another question. Elena asked, is it possible to drive all the way to Wiggins Pass?
Absolutely not. No, you can't drive to Wiggins Pass. No, you can't. Only by boat. You could maybe back in the early 70s, I think, was the last time you could get to Wiggins Pass before it became a state park, when it was just kind of a dirt road. And then the furthest you could get close to the pass when all the parking lots were open at Del Nor Wiggins, but not anymore. The hurricanes took out the north end of the park. And it's a good walk down Bonita Beach there, Barefoot Beach, to get to the pass on the north side. So right now the answer is no. You can't drive to the pass. Sorry. Anybody else want to know anything while I got Robert here with me? I do want to come up here to the Vanderbilt Beach and Harbor Club and give our friends that stay there a peek at the back of the building. They've gotten all the sand out of there already. I mean, it sucks that this has happened, but they're really getting this sand removal down to a system here. Sadly, they've had enough practice. Here, this is for our friends. This is a timeshare build. A lot of these are timeshares, Verbos, Airbnbs, vacation rentals. This is Vanderbilt Beach is a very, very popular place to stay in the winter. Right now we're just coming off the tail end of our slowest time of the year here. September is usually our slowest month. But here's the back of the property. The fence got totally wiped out by Milton here. And there was just piles of sand in here. This was all lush, beautiful green lawn back here. They had just, I don't know, the past 4 months, the lawn was looking really good from Ian. It was just everything was coming back from Ian. They got their tiki hut up. Now it looks like a beach back here. It's kind of what all the backs of these buildings look like, all that sand pushed up. Anything?
Yes.
Another question?
No, there's one here. Lucille says that the Vanderbilt Beach Resort is reopening today, and that is true. We saw that advertised that the restaurant in the resort is reopening today.
Really?
Yes, they had a Facebook page that said that. We have another question from Koya Smith again. House LaPlaya, pool, and tiki hut.
I don't know. LaPlaya, I don't know. They're moving. I don't think they're open. They're still up there moving sand from LaPlaya. You're gonna have to check their website on that. They don't like it when I show what's going on at that place. They like to keep it a big secret. They're not very cooperative, whereas you'd think they'd want potential guests to know what's going on there. I think it has to do with them hiring illegals to do some of the work there. They don't want them caught on camera. But from what I can see from the beach, Lucille, LaPlaya has got some cleanup still to do. We'll be walking by there. I'll be walking by LaPlaya here this morning. I'm going to walk all the way up Vanderbilt Beach and let you see what everything looks like here. Robert's not going to be with me, so if you got some questions, now is the time to ask him. He's just going to be with me for a few more minutes here. Let's see how this, it just looks like one continuous beach. And piles of sand.
Got another one.
Another question. Awesome. I like that. I like the interaction here. This is great.
You ready?
I'm ready. Ready?
Beverly asks.
Beverly.
She asks, "Can you adopt me?" Hold on, let me find it. I gotta go back.
Uh-oh. The comment popped off his phone there. Hang on. Bill.
Basically, she said, "I'm from Kentucky. It's cold up here. I'll be your chauffeur."
Which Beverly is that?
I gotta find it. There's so many comments coming through. I gotta go back.
Uh-oh. That's what happened.
I've lost it.
We lost it. Yes. Come on down, Beverly. Hey, Robert. I want you, go stand by that pile. I want people to get an idea how big that pile of sand is. This is just some of the sand from one of the buildings here. Remember, Robert is 6'6". That is a huge pile of sand there, my friends. Huge. And there's another one behind it. Was there another question? Sorry if we lost your question. I'm sorry. If you want to try reposting a question, they only stay on the screen for so long there. But look at this pile of sand. And this eventually is going to, look at that. It's going to get spread out on the beach here. And there's another huge one just over here.
More questions.
More questions. Just fire them at me when they
Well, Albert asked, where do they get all that beach sand?
Unfortunately, all this sand started out right here on the beach. And these piles you see, this was all pushed up during the hurricane. It was all piled up against the back of these condos, along the sides of them. And they've been working since Hurricane Milton passed by to get it all back out on the beach. And eventually, I believe they're going to spread it out. I don't know why they don't spread it out, why they pile it up. Because if they're going to haul it off, they're supposed to pile it up on the other sides of the buildings. So this is all the sand that was pushed up onto these properties that you're seeing. And it's kind of interesting. Some places there's lots and lots of sand. Some places there's just a little bit of sand. Different places were just affected differently. I know if you're a kid, that sure is tempting. Get up there, play King of the Hill. Oof. Anything else, Roberto?
Let's see. Anne Maria asked.
Anne, hey.
She says, good morning. Is the beach safe to enjoy? Is it open?
Yes, absolutely. Some places, I mean, when you get out here, use your own judgment. Look up and down the beach. Look for a quiet spot. Vanderbilt Beach Park. It's kind of tough walking out onto the beach. But the beach is open. You can park in the parking garage. There's just some sand, some bumpy areas you got to walk up and down there. They got a little pathway that you got to follow to get out to the beach. But once you get out onto the beach, it's fine. Delnor Wiggins Pass State Park up to the north. That entire beach is open, but obviously the park is closed. So, yeah, it's a bit of a walk. You have to park on the other side of the bridge, the Bluebell Avenue Bridge, walk to the beach. If you can do that, you've got restrooms up there. You don't have restrooms down here at Vanderbilt Beach Park. So, yeah, the beach is fine. Be careful if you go in the water. I'd say keep your face out of the water, and as always, you should shower off when you get out of the Gulf of Mexico, always. I mean, it's like a giant bay. It's not like the Atlantic, the Gulf Stream, and the water flowing through it all the time. So just some words of advice. I wouldn't put my face in the water right now. Don't go in the water ever with any open cuts or anything like that. And there are a lot of shells in places, so it's tough on bare feet. And there could, like I said, there could be debris in the water. So the water, But if you want to just come out and sit on the beach and enjoy the sun, yes, come out and enjoy it. Love to have you out here. If you're out here in the morning and you see me, introduce yourself, say hello. I want to walk over to one of these little buildings over here, another timeshare, and we have a lot of our friends stay at this little one. It's hidden behind this mountain of sand. Anything else, Robert?
Let's see.
Who asked? Bad Bob Looney.
It's a steel manatee still at Delaware Wiggins State Park.
The steel manatee. Now that is a good question, Bad Bob. I have not seen it. since Hurricane Ian. I have not seen our steel manatee. For folks saying, what the heck is the steel manatee? It was just a big old hunk of metal that was out in the water for nobody knows how long off of Area 5, the north end of Del Norwegans. Nobody knows what it was. But, sorry, one second. This is Gulf Point of Naples. This place, I'll get back to the steel manatee, but this place is still to reopen since Hurricane Ian. They're just having some terrible luck here. Terrible luck. The Floridian Club behind them, they had a lot of sand on their property again from Milton. Anyway, the steel manatee. So it had this little bent piece of metal on it, and it looked like a manatee nose. When the tide was just right, the waves would like go over it, and it would just expose it every once in a while. And it looked like a manatee sticking its nose up out of the water, and people would stand out on the beach for 10, 15 minutes looking at it and taking pictures of it. And then finally they realized this thing's not going anywhere. So we just nicknamed it the old steel manatee. If you go back and search through photos here on Facebook, if you do a search for steel manatee, actually, if you go to Southwest Florida Television's YouTube channel and put a search in steel manatee, you'll find some videos of it. At low tide, I went out just to show people exactly what it was. It was hysterical. Roy and I would just stand there watching people take pictures, and finally we say, hey, you know, that's just a hunk of junk out there in the water. So that's the steel manatee. Couple more questions. Robert's got to get moving on. He's got weeds to pull.
Two more at least right here. I says, Tammy asked, do you know if LaPlaya is open? Do they have power yet?
I would say no on LaPlaya, but that's on their website, Tammy. It doesn't look open to me. It looks, the last time I was up there, it was still dark. The building was dark. And we're going to walk by there. We're almost up to LaPlaya. I'll let you see what's going on there, and you can be your own judge. Like I said, they're not too forthcoming with information. They want to keep it a secret for some reason. I don't know. It's like, why? Everybody know what's going on. What do you have to lose? It wasn't your fault. What's the other one, Roberto?
We got Bev Norris asked,
Bev,
are there any seashells on the beach? She used to love when you pick them up and identify them.
There are, but they're all just broken seashells. They're just bits and pieces of seashells now. Unfortunately, sorry, Bev. If Robert picks one up or something, that's cool. But yeah, I'm stepping on him now. That storm really busted everything up. There were folks out here shelling after the storm, finding some nice little things here and there. My eyes, too, are getting so darn bad. I'm having a hard time. I got to get my eyeballs fixed. That's part of the problem. So, anything else, Robert?
There's a question about Wiggins Pass State Park. Is it open?
Okay, Del Norwegans is not open, and it's not going to be open for quite a while. Sorry. That's all on their website. They've got mountains of sand they have to get off the road and out of the parking lots. If you go back through my videos, I got tons of videos showing the park and the condition it's in. But yeah, sad. What else, Robert?
Bob Looney asks,
Bob Looney.
if I see somebody walking on the dunes in the park, can I yell at them?
Yes. You have my permission to give them hell, Bad Bob. If you see anybody crossing the line at Del Norwegans, yes. Call them out. Go live on Facebook.
What about folks leaving holes on the beach?
Is this another loony question?
No, this is my question. When somebody digs a big hole and leaves it.
Well, I would say that's pretty ignorant. You know, why would somebody do something like that?
What if a bunch of teenagers come out and leave a bunch of beer cans one night and leave? Should we yell at them?
Kids will be kids, and shame on them. You know, we're not all perfect. We weren't all little angels when we grew up. But, you know, you have to let them know they're doing something wrong.
I think only thing you should leave is your footprints.
That's it. You got it. You're supposed to take only memories and leave only footprints. That's the rules of the beach. Oh, Robert. Beer cans. You never did that when you were a kid, did you?
Nope.
Never. No, holes on the beach is my pet peeve. Oh, why people do that? You know what? I have no problems with people coming to the beach, enjoying digging holes. It's just fill them in, for crying out loud. All right, one more.
Let's see.
I'm going to let you take off, and I'm going to continue up the beach.
I do not see any more questions, Rob.
Perfect. Perfect timing. I'm going to continue up the beach and let people see what's going on here. They want to see LaPlaya. I'll let them see LaPlaya. And maybe we'll do this again before you take off. It was fun. Fun, fun, fun. So,
I don't see any more Bad Bob jokes coming in.
Good. Everybody has to skedaddle and get off to work. So tell everybody goodbye. Thanks,
Adios.
Thanks for hanging out with us, Robert.
We'll see you at sunset, tomorrow night?
Yeah, maybe sunset tomorrow night.
Okay.
Maybe a boat. We might go out on the boat tomorrow night.
Nice.
Sunset. See if Captain Sandy can do that. We go ahead and pop that mic off, and perfect. I don't even know if it was working, but
I was told, be careful, I'm on the mic. I'm on the live mic, so it must be working.
And perfect.
All right,
It's off,
guys.
right?
I'm going to hit back, hit south.
All right, Robert. Thank you. I'll touch base with you later. Well, that was fun. That was something different for a change. One, the stuff pops on and off the screen so fast I can't see it, and I have a hard time seeing it, period, when I'm walking out here. It was nice having Robert seeing those comments. But as I promised, I'm going to let you just have a look at the backs of some of these buildings as I walk along. And they are knocking down the piles. A lot of the piles of sand have been already knocked down and spread out on the beach. LaPlaya just ahead of me here. A lot of folks wondering what's going on with LaPlaya. To me, it looks like it's closed. Yesterday morning, they had machines running around getting sand out off the property. Remember, I do depend on your support here to make ends meet each month. You appreciate my efforts, you enjoy my morning walks. Think about that. Tips are greatly appreciated. Facebook stars are not working for some bizarre reason. So now I'm really having to rely on tips. You can find a link to my PayPal account in the description of this post. If you'd like to send a little thank you, a token of appreciation every now and then, that would be awesome. Who's out here doing the walking for you? trying my best to keep you updated with what's happening here on Vanderbilt Beach. Probably tomorrow, Saturday, I think I will spend my morning up at Delnor Wiggins Pass State Park. So we get another peek at what's going on there as the mountains of sand continue to grow there as they scrape it up off the road and parking lots. Pretty quiet out here. Yesterday morning, I had a very long walk yesterday morning from just down south of Bay Colony and Pelican Bay all the way up to Delnor Wiggins. So if you want to check that out, you can see the replays of my live feeds. 3 live feeds yesterday morning. This is going to be my last live feed for this morning. Only 2 live feeds this morning. All that sand. Man. I'll check something out here. Get back on the other side of this pile. I want to see what it looks like. If that's a pile or if it's actually the beach is that high there. If they just extended their beach. Huh. What a mess. What a mess in there. I tell you, that water does not look bad here this morning. 83 degrees. Our swimmers, the long distance swimmers that go in the water down at the south end of Vanderbilt Beach there, down Vanderbilt Beach Park, they usually swim up to LaPlaya in the morning. I think they were out. It looked like they were going out this morning. I think I saw them just a little while ago swimming back down the beach. When I was talking to Robert. We'll do that little Q&A thing again before Robert leaves. We might be heading out on the boat tomorrow night with North Naples. I'm waiting to hear back from Captain Sandy. We have not been out for sunsetting forever. Man, forever. It's been so slow. It's either been hurricanes, bad weather, or just that super dead time of the year for us here. It's been brutal. It's been brutal. So here we're coming up onto the LaPlaya now. LaPlaya. I can hear all kinds of equipment beeping in there. There's backup alarms. Sounds like a lot of work still going on up at the north wing there. That low rise up there. Pretty sure they got some sand in their swimming pool there. Especially the one up front here out by the beach. Here's what's going on at LaPlaya. What do you think? Wow, there's a lot of equipment here. At least they're moving ahead. Moving forward, that's the important part. There's a lot of sand removed from behind these homes here as well. Some more than others. Some fared much better this time around with Milton than they did with Helene. see. Taking sand out of somebody's yard up here. There was a couple machines working here yesterday morning when I walked by. And there. Yeah, we were really lucky here. I know this is your house here. You don't think you were so lucky, but the further north you go, the worse the devastation, the damages. Man, let's not forget all the folks who lost everything. Man, Helene and Milton, the lives lost. Walking right now is really nice right here on this section of beach. I mean, it's like walking on a concrete sidewalk right here. Sand is super hard, smooth, clean. Right in this one little stretch right here where I'm walking. Yeah, these piles are growing. Every time I come out here, there's a little more sand piled up here and there, and then in places a little less where they're grading it out. They're still working on getting it all out of here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Remember the clouds that were out when we started? Look at that blue sky. was a lot of work going on up here at the north end of Vanderbilt Beach. Yesterday morning there was a big front end loader moving sand around. It's almost like they're building a big berm here. And you wonder why, if they're going to spread it out, why they don't just spread it out. Why are they piling it up? So yesterday there was this big machine, this big front end loader, big articulating front end loader, just bringing the sand from up there, bringing it down and just adding to this berm. I mean, just before Helene, or just before Milton, this is what it looked like. They had these big piles of sand, and then Milton came and just pushed everything right back up behind all the buildings and around the buildings. I can hear the bulldozer up there. I can hear the clackety-clack of its tracks. Walk up to the north end of Vanderbilt Beach, and that's going to be it for my beach walks. My beach walk today, my ride. And I'll let you know about a sunset when we're going to do a sunset. Like I said earlier, tomorrow, I think as of now, my plan is to maybe spend the morning at Delnor Wiggins Pass State Park. Trying to give you a look at what I can here. So many people are just wondering what's going on here. So many, like I said earlier, so many people vacation here in the winter. And these are their homes away from home in the wintertime. They're like, what does it look like? What's going on? So at least when I walk the beach, I can show you the back of them. Just give you some idea of what's going on. Can't get too close. Machine needs some oil or grease. doing a good job of shaping that, smoothing it all off. Del Norwegian's up ahead of us there, just beyond the condos. Again, people are asking if Del Norwegian's Pass State Park is open. No, but you can walk on the beach. You can walk on the beach. You just have to stay out of the park. You can sit on the beach. You just have to stay out of the park. Don't go into the dunes. Don't cross the dune line. Even though it's kind of an imaginary dune line right now, just stay out of the park. But use the beach. It's a little bit of a walk from the Converse parking lot there on the other side of the Bluebill Avenue Bridge. But they invite you to use the beach. Walk up to Wiggins Pass if you want. It's about a mile walk. From the parking lot, it's probably about a mile and a quarter walk to Wiggins Pass. Great place to be for sunrise. I'll try to do that tomorrow. Weather permitting. This was a good walk. This was all of Vanderbilt Beach. Please, please, please share it. Please. Like I said, so many people are curious as to what this beach looks like. And they're still bringing sand out. Look how high that is. Wow. interesting to have a drone video of all this. Look at all this sand, man. Wow, is the pile finally coming to an end? Incredible. Good morning. So they're still working here at Mariah Bay. All right, my friends, that's going to do it for this morning's beach walk and update. Might have a video or two to share later. Check back. And as of now, like I said before, the plan for tomorrow morning is to spend my morning at the park here and let you see what's happening the best I can from out on the beach, looking back in. So be sure to tune into that. Maybe we'll start our morning with sunrise up at Wiggins Pass. Remember, tips greatly appreciated right now. Facebook stars are not working. For the star sender, keep that in mind. I do depend on your support. Remember that, to make ends meet each month. The boardwalk has been unburied over here. All right, my friends, thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for allowing me into your lives and onto your screens. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay strong. Tally-ho, everyone, tally-ho. For Southwest Florida Television, I'm Robb Stan. May God bless you, your family, your friends, your fur babies, everything and everyone in your lives. God bless our wonderful, beautiful, and amazing country. God bless America. Tally-ho, tally-ho.